Together with the national government, we are supporting families and employers facing financial stress right now. And following the pandemic, we will launch a bold economic recovery package. That plan will accelerate the diversification of Alberta's economy, but it will also ensure a future for our largest industry, because when we get through the crisis and the global economy moves back to growth, it'll be more obvious than ever that the world needs a reliable, democratic, major source of energy. But that will only happen if our energy has access to world markets. In other words, it will only happen if we get pipelines built. We cannot wait for the end of the pandemic and the global recession to act. There are steps that must be taken now to plan for and to build our future, steps that are focused on jobs, the economy, and on pipelines. Today, we are moving forward with a project that is essential to our economic future. I am pleased to announce that the Government of Alberta has finalized an agreement with Calgary-based TC Energy Corporation to invest in the completion of the Keystone XL pipeline. The Government of Alberta is making a $1.5 billion equity investment in Keystone XL this year, along with a $6 billion loan guarantee next year. This agreement marks the culmination of 6 months of negotiations and rigorous vetting of the agreement by government officials and industry experts.
Keystone XL will play a critical role in connecting the world's third largest oil reserve in the Canadian oil sands to the world's largest refining market in the U.S. Gulf Coast. The project will secure a market for Canadian oil, and at the same time, it will reduce the U.S.'s reliance on oil from nations that don't share their values. The project will enhance continental energy security, it will enhance national security for both Canada and the United States, and it will enhance global security as responsible nations like Canada and the United States become energy suppliers to other nations around the world who need that energy. The project will create tens of thousands of jobs, millions of dollars of tax and other economic benefits for the provinces, states, and the communities it traverses. Those well-paying jobs and benefits will be critical to the economic recovery that will emerge from the COVID crisis as the coming weeks and months come about.
The current crisis calls for dramatic action now to create jobs and jolt-line our economy back to life in the future. That's exactly what this project will help us to do. Starting tomorrow, shovels will be in the ground and hiring will begin immediately. This year alone, the project will create, we estimate, 1,400 direct high-paying jobs here in Alberta, 1,200 in Saskatchewan, and 300 elsewhere in Canada for a total of nearly 3,000. The project will generate a further 12,000 indirect jobs, at least in Canada, including 5,400 here in Alberta. These are real jobs, good-paying jobs, right now when they are so desperately needed, that will provide financial security for thousands of Alberta families who would otherwise be unemployed and probably dependent on government support at this time. I want Albertans to know that today's announcement is not in any way a distraction from our focus on the fight against the COVID-19 virus. We've been working on this deal for over 6 months, and it was all but complete before the outbreak of the coronavirus. Construction season starts now, and we cannot afford to lose another season. We cannot afford not to act right now.